Hi, welcome back to my channel. So this is my weekly check-in on Tuesday afternoons. I think this is going to be my thing. This week I was pretty good, not spectacular, but pretty good. I went to my workout on Wednesday and that turned out to be 5K day. It used to be once a month, now it's once a quarter. My class runs a 5K and the morning classes have a class that comes right after it. So they have a 30-minute time cap. So I've never actually completed the 5K at my class before. I've only ever been able to do 2 miles because with my pace time, I couldn't fit in that last mile. But since I was at 9:30 class, which was in the middle of a hot day, um, my coach was like, guess what? Nobody's coming afterwards. So we're going to stay here as long as it takes for everybody to run a 5K. So I got my very first 5K in at my class. Yay! Anyway, thanks to my coach riding his bike around, urging us on, pretty much cracking the proverbial whip over us, I dropped like over a minute and a half off my usual pace time. So I came in at like a 14-minute pace time and I usually do like a 15:30 right now. I was pretty proud of myself. I didn't realize that I could run that far without stopping. When I was training hardcore before my knee surgery, and by hardcore I mean like a few times a week, and I actually tried running, I was able to run like almost 2 miles without stopping. Mind you, it's very slow. It's not like I'm sprinting, but a continuous jog without having to stop. And I almost made it 3 miles, but you know, I wasn't quite there yet. And then my knee started hurting and then surgery and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm trying to get back up there, but right now I'm running intervals and I was doing a 1:4. But I was like, wow, look at this. I can run as far as, you know, a mile and a half without stopping. So I upped my interval for actual training to 2-3. So running 2 minutes, walking 3 minutes. And I will get to that in a little bit. But anyway, I was very proud of myself. I PR'd for the class because I had never done a 5K there before, so that's considered a PR. It's not my PR for a 5K total. I did PR with a 39 something at the Surf City 5K because it's straight down PCH on a nice flat stretch, and it was really easy to run that. This one was a 41. Close, but you know, it was hot and it's the middle of the day and I haven't been training in forever. Anyway, I did not make it to run class on Thursday. I did make it to class on Friday. Friday was weights. I love weights. I do really well at weights. We were doing, deadlifts, and then we were doing, cleans, and then presses. And I did go heavy after a couple rounds, and then changed my mind a couple rounds after that, and then went back to heavy for my very last round. So although I moved between weights, I was averaging pretty good weight. I'm pretty proud of myself. I didn't do anything on Saturday and Sunday besides house related stuff, and let's see, we went to the dentist on Saturday. I had my Remicade treatment on Saturday, so that is a 4-hour IV. That kind of takes most of my day when you travel time, get that in there. So that was a bust. And then Sunday we did work in the garage, but I did not get a long run in. But I went back to class yesterday, and that was fun. We were indoors for the first time in a while. And we ended up with a bunch of different exercises focusing on shoulders and a little bit on arms, combined with sprawls. Every freaking exercise had a sprawl. That's like a burpee without the push-up, which is still, it's like burpee light, but it's still in the burpee family, and we all know how much I hate burpees, but I did it, so yay. The incline, push-ups that we were doing a little hard on my shoulder. I ripped my shoulder last summer what was I doing? I was tubing. And I'm really good at tubing, and our driver was trying to get me off, you know, shaking me and all kinds of stuff. He managed to get my son off a few times, but Anyway, by the time we went, I think I'll post that video right here. You can see I went flying. I didn't realize it until the next day, but my shoulder was a little sore, and then all of a sudden I couldn't rotate it back like this. So it's a little ripped in there. It took me a little while, but most things don't hurt it anymore, but dips and anything where I'm concentrating on a backwards motion like that really hurt. So the kind of push-ups we were doing, tweaked that a little bit. I rubbed some BioFreeze all over it, and we'll call it a day. Anyway, for the first time, I managed to make it back to run group this morning. I was so proud of myself. I did do the 2-3 like I said I was going to do, but we took it a little slower and I ended up with a 60-minute pace time. So we're gonna have to work on that because that is not where I want to be. I want to be like at a 13:30 for the race, and that's in, I don't know, like 4 weeks. So got to be working on that. Anyway, the only other thing that I really need to work on is my food. Here's a compilation of my last week. And I was only under my calorie goal on one of those days. Every single one of those days had something bad in them, whether it was like a Starbucks bottled Frappuccino or a cookie or, you know, just way too much shit food. Like last night we had Wiener Schnitzel because I was so exhausted. Anyway, I'm still working on getting my food under control. I'm still trying to be at least under 2,000 calories, but closer to 1,700. And that's without my workout taking into consideration. So that's my next big thing. I've made it back to run group. I'm getting back into that. I've made it to class. So let's get this party started. I was going to say that I finished one of my virtual races because technically I have, but I'm going to go with the oldest race first, which was a half marathon, and I'm still only halfway through that because every time I start, I get most of the miles done, and then I'm done for a month or so, and then I'm like, oh, I should do this. I always feel like it's cheating if I compile it over, you know, like a few months. I feel like it should be consistent, so I just keep starting over. So technically I've probably finished all the races I have to do, but because I didn't do it all together, or at least on consecutive days, I feel like it's cheating, so I don't count it. Anyway, so I am halfway through my series Black Half Marathon. So when I finish that one, which should be next week, hopefully, yeah, I will hold up that medal, do a little dance, maybe wear my shirt, whatever, and then I'll move on to the next one, which is only a 4-miler, so that one should be done in 1 week. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.